Hello and welcome to Division 5 Qatar at Rush Racing. I am your commentator tonight, it's Dito, joined by H-Town. This one tonight's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, Fat Eagle winning the race last week. Can he continue that? He's been really quick in practice, he says. But before we jump over to gameplay, I'll just thank our sponsors, obviously SRC up the top, SimLab, Pagnian, and Advanced Simulation as well, AI369 also jumping back on this season. So we'll jump over to the gameplay. H-Town, mate, how are you feeling about tonight?
I'm feeling a little spicy tonight. From what we saw from the races yesterday, it's going to be very interesting. There's going to be a lot of track limits penalties coming out, just like in Div 4. Chi Dug won that race basically because of a track limits penalty from Gangster. So, um, track limits can really ruin your race, and so you're going to see drivers pushing it to the limit, and if they don't get it right, they're going to pay the price. So, every race has been pretty entertaining. So I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I think every TP is probably telling their drivers the same thing. Trying to avoid these track limit penalties is crucial. Like you said, so many people gaining so many positions in the previous races this weekend already. And it just shows that if you can keep it in those lines, you can really gain some nice spots. We've already got cars coming down the track. I just got to turn that car noise down. It's way too loud. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it tonight. Obviously, Ranieri's another one to watch out for. He'll be quite quick. But I think Fat Eagle also very favourably fast again. And of course,
For
Ados
sure.
and Alpine.
For sure, and obviously, I'm gonna represent Kick. Look out for the Kick drivers. They're pretty fast as well. But if I'm unbiased, I practiced with Thunder Killer a little bit today, and I think he may surprise some people. So and the governor was practicing earlier today too. We don't want to talk about that one though. So, but I think a lot of drivers will just get in their heads with the track like this, just because you can lose a lot of time in the corner, but you can also gain a lot of time. And so, especially that turn one and that second to last left-hander after that long right, you know, you can make or break your lap at those two corners. So, um, it's gonna be not only it's a lot of concentration as well. How much pressure you're gonna break, how much gas or throttle you put in. So, um, it's a lot more than just turning a wheel and pushing gas. I don't even know where I was going with this, but back to you, Dito. Yeah, I can ramble on forever.
No, you're absolutely right. Especially in the later stages of the whatever tyre you're on stint, especially towards the end of the race, most of the guys are up around 80%, 75% on these tyres because this track absolutely chews them, and this game as well is just very high on tyre wear in general. But here we go. Ados will start the first of the flying laps. He still has a bit of traffic in front, but shouldn't hamper him too much. He burned a lot of battery down that straight, down to 60%. Gains obviously a little bit through there. Ferrari getting out of the way, nicely done. There he goes down to 4 through the fast left-hander. Uses all the track, very easy to invalidate there, but still in the green stuff. This corner is very fast too. Down to 5th there. Carries a lot of speed through here. This whole track is just all about keeping the flow up, keeping the momentum, trying to get these track exits right. But it's so bumpy. For
It is.
in my
It is so
memory,
bumpy.
in 24, it definitely didn't. I could be wrong, but it didn't feel that bumpy in my opinion. But some of these exits, the whole car is just bouncing, and you can actually see it sometimes on stream a little bit. Car just fighting itself out of some of these corners. But Ados now coming up to pretty much where you're just flat out for the rest of the lap now. Um, Most people have a fair bit of battery here to burn. Ados has a little bit to play with. He probably wants to save that though for that last little stretch to the straight. See what he can do
Wow,
here.
he lifted on that turn.
Yeah, so just not confident through that corner just yet. Obviously the first lap of the night, maybe just trying to get a banker in.
Right.
But here we go. Let's see what type of pace Ados has on this banker. 22.1 straight off the bat. So that I can't imagine that's not going to be a good time to beat him. There we go. Nishka straight behind 22.9. So Ados setting the pace early. See who else is next.
Is this short qualifying or is this full qualifying?
It is short tonight.
As we are. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and back to what you were saying about these corners. One corner you get wrong could ruin your whole lap, and then but And that also punishes you because you have so much time. You have to go back into the pits, refill up with gas, change your tires, or not even change your tires. But it just takes so much time off of your run time for not without even getting a time up there, especially with an invalidation as well. So there's a lot at stake with getting a time on board and putting these laps in. As these 22s and 23s, really surprising Div 5. I thought they'd be a little faster, but when we were practicing this week, the track really ramps up as the rubber gets laid down. So I definitely don't think those times are going to be there for long.
Yeah, I mean, 22s, you probably wouldn't see too much. I mean, you get 21s, maybe high 21s, but we saw a lot of. This track, especially, is very hard to gain time in. But in Div 2, the top half of Div 2 is just scratching into the 20s. So we'll see what happens here tonight as Ranieri's about to finish his lap. He's got a little bit of battery to play with. No fuel though, so he's done the right thing and burnt all his battery. Whoa, what's going on there? A car just sort of jumped in front. I think that was just on-screen glitch. He goes P4 and he joins the 22 club with a 22.4, and so does, I don't know, is that Kiwi dives into the pits. Who else is on a lap? Naps in the McLaren has a bit of traffic in front. That should not hurt him. He gets out of the way, no problems there. See what
Look at the kick. Daz in second place. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Wow. Great time from Daz. Naps
that
also...
that time is definitely not going to be there by the end of qualifying, that's for sure.
Yeah. Naps also, I must say, he did very, very well in qualifying last week, but unfortunately the race did not go to plan for him, and everything just seemed to not go his way. But he is very quick in quali. We can see what he can do here. He'll go up to P8, 23.0, but he's one to watch as well. Jump down. Who else is on a lap? Asif coming through to start the second sector now. Oh, he invalidates on an interesting spot there. I think that was actually on the inside of the corner. But that just shows. Now, obviously, like you were just saying, mate, it's very frustrating having to invalidate and go back and then go back out again.
Especially, I don't know how much, it doesn't show on my screen how much time is left in qualifying, but you're gonna waste probably about 4 or 5 minutes of gameplay time, or setting lap time, just to go around, put new tires on, and then go back out and warm up the tires and do an out lap, just to come back and do the same lap again. And then not only that, I would think, I haven't had qualifying yet because my race is tomorrow, but I would think it like shoots your confidence. You kind of overthink things, and I think that you're gonna have to challenge yourself and just put that lap to the side and just clear your mind and just go at it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
For some reason, I could only see Flying Kiwi and Naps on my computer for some reason.
You can only see them.
Oh, everybody else. Yeah, it's not letting me switch to the other drivers. It did this yesterday, but it'll come back.
Oh, okay.
But what were you saying?
So I don't know what we were just what topic we were just on, but I'm just on board with SJ now. He's on a flyer. Obviously set the purple, but I think that's just because he hasn't set a time yet. But we'll see what he can do here. He's come through this second sector, hasn't invalidated yet. Let's see what he can do. Goes down to third there, and you can see the bumps on that exit. That corner in particular is quite bumpy. And now it's pretty much flat out to the end. We'll see if he doesn't lift. I'll see a few guys lifting in a couple of the corners, just trying to gain the confidence here. But this is probably one of the funnest parts of the track, in my opinion. It's a little bit of a breather too in the race. As SJ does take that corner nice and flat. See what happens here. Goes down to fourth.
Oh.
Get on the power early there. This could be a decent time. He's used his battery though, so that's going to hurt him. It's going to really hurt him there, and he will only go P13.
13. Oh, that corner. It's so tricky. A lot of people don't realize you can ride your car on that apex. That apex is flat. But it is a little bumpy at the same time, which unsettles your car. But some of these guys are playing on controller, which I have no idea how they're doing that. I used to play controller on F122 and F123. I already forgot how that felt. Ever since I got a wheel, it was a big difference. But it's really challenging with the controller, especially with this game. I've heard that the tire wear is a lot stronger on the controller than it is on the wheel. Dino, what do you play on, controller or wheel?
Wheel, mate. Wheel.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
There's talk in the chats that there's a Div 6 driver in the 122 zeros or 122 threes. I don't know who they're talking about. Um,
It'll be interesting. It would be Div 6 for long if he's setting that, but we'll see. But anyway, Dutch now on a lap. See what he can do here. He's got a bit of traffic, everyone out of the way. Everyone's doing really well, getting out of the way. We saw Monaco last week, which is just dreadful. Obviously, having to turn ghosting on in quali just because of how hard it is to get out of the way there. But
can you imagine if ghosting was off?
oh,
And oh my gosh.
well, I raced the previous night, the next night, sorry, in a different place, and ghosting was off, and yes, let's just say it was chaos. Anyway, Dutch will cross the line here and go P2.
Look at Daz. Daz the second. Oh, I think Daz was in the pits. I think it was Dutch that just set that lap time, 1:22.2. Yeah, he did. He just set that time. So, great time by him. And I'm really shocked at these times. I thought they would have been in the 21s by now. Do you know how long, how much time is left in qualifying right now?
The yellow flag's currently in the way, unfortunately, but once that clears, we'll be able to see. I'm not sure who else is on a lap. I think we've already watched Asif, but we'll jump back on board. And don't
Thunder
forget,
Killer's on a lap right now.
we haven't watched Thunder Killer. Where is he?
I think he's on a lap. Looks like he is.
No, he's on none, unfortunately. So, Min-May's on a lap. Don't forget, guys, you can
he's on none.
request an onboard if you want to watch anyone in particular. Let's see China. See what he can do. He's using hot lap here. He's coming through the final stages of the third sector. Got plenty of battery to burn down to the line here, so this could be decent. He has had pace. See what he can do.
Man, using all of the track limits on that one.
Still goes P3, but he ran out of deploy to the line, so there's definitely time in that for China. Just with the battery, maybe if he switches to medium, he might be able to get it through there. But that's promising for China. There's definitely time in that for him. We'll jump on board with Asif. Just jumped up to P10, by the way. Ranieri, I think, is...
I just said a 1:22.1 right now. I think. No, I don't know why that just highlighted on my screen. That's weird. Dito, I haven't really talked to you that much. I think this is the first time we've actually kind of had a conversation. What div are you in?
2.
Oh my gosh. So you're like 10 seconds ahead of 10 seconds a lap faster than me.
No, I wouldn't say that, mate. But yeah.
I would. So what is the strategy here when you're deploying your battery? If I could pick your brain, since you've already done your race, I guess you could talk about it. When do you want to use your battery on this track?
Yeah, so you pretty much. Oh god, I probably don't want to go too far into it, but yeah, you probably burn down to about 70 down the main straight when you're starting your lap, and then it's obviously up to you if you go medium or hot lap. Medium's probably preferred. That way you can get to the line. Oh, Ranieri.
Ranieri. I said Reiner. Ranieri with the 1:21.9. So now we're starting to dip into the 1:21s.
Yeah, that's quick.
With the Roscoe helmet, I've seen that helmet a lot lately.
But it's all about having enough deploy at the end here. So obviously, Flying Kiwi 13% at the final corner is pretty much optimal. But it goes wide. But now you get to burn right up to the line, and that's what you want to be able to do. It's very easy to burn early in the lap to try and, obviously make up time in your first sector. But yeah, that last sector is where you need all your battery.
For sure. And you brought this point up earlier in the qualifying about the bumps on the track, and I really noticed it when I was practicing that, if you hit a bump and you're pushing the throttle, it can really unsettle your car, and even if you lift off just a little bit, you lose 2 or 3 tenths right there, and that could just ruin your lap too. So you really have to watch. I mean, if you look at Flying Kiwi right now, I mean, I was just watching his screen. I mean, he's riding bumps right now on that. I don't know what that hairpin is in the second sector, but I mean, you really got to watch out for that as well. So, I mean, this is a really, really complex track, and it's really weird how they made it for MotoGP being so bumpy. If I was riding motorcycles, I definitely wouldn't want to be bumpy. That's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't even know that they were using motorbikes on this, but geez, stuff that. It is incredibly
Oh yeah, that's what
bumpy.
this track was built for. It was built for MotoGP.
Well, there you go. You learn something every day. Yeah, that is way too bumpy, for my opinion. I've only rode motocross, but not street
Have
bikes.
you seen those guys fall off their bikes?
Oh yeah.
They just tumbled for like 200 miles an hour. They just get up and walk up. It's so crazy.
We'll jump on with Fat Eagle. Yet to set sort of into the top 10s yet. He was obviously the race winner last weekend, but one to watch. There he goes, purple in that second sector. So what can this event to here for the Aston driver? One to watch this season,
Track
in
is
my
really
opinion.
starting to ramp up right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. Oh, 3 minutes 40 left. So you're going to see everyone dive out of the pits very soon. And hopefully everyone can get out of the way of each other, but it's a bit of a mad dash to the lights now. Fat Eagle's gone out a bit early to try and get a lap in. He goes P8 with a 22.4, so good improvement there for the Aston Martin. Vanes might be also on a lap. Yes, he is. So he's starting his last lap, as obviously he wouldn't be able to probably get back in out again. Another driver that can deliver some crazy pace whenever, like obviously when it's his track. Let's see what he can do tonight. I'm liking these helmets that everyone's doing. I saw Ranieri running a really cool one with like I think it had like a bright yellow visor or something like that. Some of the guys getting quite creative with their helmets, which is always good to see. Haas looking for a bit of a better quality than obviously Yog. Obviously, unfortunately, got the collie ban, and then Vanes hopefully can get somewhere a little bit up. But at the end of the day, here it's probably not the end of the world. This track is all pretty much about just keeping in the track limits, and
For sure. I you know, like Monaco, starting in the back isn't bad, but I think here it actually punishes you more because it's so hard to follow when you're going through sectors 2 and 3. You know, going through those tight turns, your car is not getting that downforce that you expect when you're following somebody, and it's really hard to follow it and pass people up. I think the only opportunity you get is really down this main straight. So when did ADOS set the? Oh, ADOS did set the second time. Thunderballs with the third spot at 122.2. Ranieri rounding out your top 3 for Ranieri first, ADOS second, Thunderballs third. I said that backwards, but we have 2 minutes left in qualifying. This is about to get real interesting right now, Dinos.
oh yeah, it's get spicy now. Daz about to cross the line, see what he can do. He goes up to P2 with a 122.009, so he is knocking on the door with the 21s, but unfortunately probably won't be able to get another lap in. But everyone now on laps, and this is going to be chaos for everyone to get out of the way here. Hopefully I can try and get everyone's lap. Thunderkiller looks to be on a lap, and he's got a mountain of traffic in front. Hopefully these guys know he's on a whole lap, which I'm sure they will, the engineers. But see what Thunderkiller
That is
can
one
do.
penalty you do not want, because that is so avoidable.
Oh yeah, it is. It's also yeah, the worst thing that can happen for Singapore too. I mean, I don't really want to be starting
Oh
at the
my
back
God.
there. So
Yeah, it's kind of funny that this is my first league that I've ever done. First really online racing I've ever done in the F1 game. What just happened?
oh, that just looked way worse on camera. The camera angle on that look. That's all good. Sorry, keep going.
And I impeded a driver in Saudi on week 1. That's why I had a quali ban, which I thought that was pretty harsh, but I get it. You know, the standards are high for the Rush Racing League, so you know, if somebody impedes me, I know they're gonna get a quali ban if I report them. So, but I got a quali ban, and I was trying to get off the racing line, and the stewards gave me a quali ban. So, you know, if you impede, and that's really a place you don't want to start from the back in Singapore, is where I was trying to get.
Yeah, yeah. Look at this,
12
quite
seconds.
interesting here with obviously Asif. I think Asif is on a lap, and everyone behind him is also on a lap. So it's caused this little bit of a quali train snake here, which is probably
you
not.
don't want to lose downforce.
Yeah, I don't think that's probably what you would want to be doing. There's a bit of dirty air there, obviously, but we'll see what happens here. Asif just gone purple.
Oh.
See what he can do here through the third sector. He's got plenty of battery. He needs to burn a little bit more. He invalidates. Oh no.
You really gotta. When you come up to that left-hander, you really gotta get on the right side and just throw the car there to abuse it. You can't fiddle with the throttle or anything like that, because then your car just understeers wide.
Yeah.
And Ranieri, I think, with the provisional pole right now, Daz in the second spot. That's what I like to see. Is Kiwi
Yeah,
on the
wow.
lap? No, he's not. He's in the pits. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm just watching Minmay here. We haven't had much camera time with him
China.
yet, so China goes. Oh wait. Oh, P2.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, sorry, it was a bit delayed
Yeah, I
for
don't,
me. 21.9, so he got into the 21s. Only 2 drivers so far. Ranieri, 21.7. He is absolutely rapid here, and I know for a fact that some of these guys are running quite low wings too, because, geez.
ADOS.
Oh, wow. Who else has got it? Minmay's done. Who else is on a lap? Naps is the last, I think, to finish a lap.
Yep, that's it.
Currently P10. I don't think he's up on his time. He's going
Oh no,
awfully slow.
Naps is about to finish the lap, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's out of fuel. So that's it. That's your quali. So ADOS P1 once again. Ranieri P2, China P3. That's your top 3 for quali. And what a quali that was. This guy's really timing it to perfection at the end there, getting the track at its best temp.
Who surprised you the most in this qualifying, Dito?
I'm gonna say, I mean, China's had some great races, but I could be wrong. But quali, I don't think is usually where we see him shine. It's usually his race pace and awareness and all that sort of jazz. But I would say China. But you know, I think it just surprised me how competitive it was. If you look at the times here, I mean, these guys are really pushing early on here. Some guys not getting the times that I'm sure they would hope
first
for.
through 8th, first through 10th is separated by half a second. So it really was very competitive, very tight.
And just looking down the back, I'm sure SJ and had a better time than that in his mind, but I know that for a fact that this is not his favorite track. So he's got some work to do.
He definitely let everybody know that this is not his favorite track.
Yeah. Could be. I think had a quali ban. I could be wrong.
Is he still in the session? Tudor knew he had a quali ban.
No, I don't think he. Yes, he did have a quali ban. So yes, that would make sense. Why he did not participate in qualifying. So he's got obviously a bit of work to do in the race as well to chop through the field.
And he was doing a lot of talking in the chats this week. So I better see him back it up in this race.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna back it up. We'll see, mate.
Oh man, because he painted a target on himself. So if he does it, I know the chats are gonna light up, talking trash to him. Or if he does really good, you know, he might get driver of the day if he storms all the way back from P20. So let's see what happens.
Yeah,
going for his 8th title.
We'll see what happens.
Man.
This is definitely an eventful race to come. I mean, everyone's probably just hoping to keep with no penalties. I'll let you take us away, mate.
All right, we got the 5 lights, engines roaring, and they're off. Here we go. It's a race to turn 1. Oh, I'm ahead of these guys. I'm sorry. It's a race to turn 1. That was embarrassing. That's the second time I've done that.
Ooh, there's a couple of cars going wide there.
Oh,
No. Pitboard's gone flying. Just trying to see if everyone's facing the right direction. Now, I'm not sure what happened there at the start. It looked like someone just slowed down a little bit.
Somebody's taking out the marker boys, that's for sure. Daz falling a couple places. Come on, Daz. We have people starting on the hards.
Oh, we got changes up the top. Quiet Cake and ADOS battling it out here. ADOS in sort of trouble here. I think it's struggling on those hard tyres. The mediums are swallowing them up at the moment. And everyone just needs to calm down.
They can't really fight too much because Ranieri is going to walk off with this race if they keep fighting too much. So they need to start working together and catching up to him because they don't want him to get out of DRS range. So, but Quiet Cake is reeling him back in. So let me put the tires up on my screen as well because that is a good thing to have. I don't know if starting on the hards is the right decision here because I mean you could warm him up pretty fast. In your race, what did you start on?
I started mediums, and I mean, I made plenty of mistakes in my race with the setup and everything. And obviously, what I think was working a lot for the guys is going long because the safety car chance here is very slim. I mean, I don't want to touch wood here, but you know, these guys have read the other races and seen that you can actually get away with starting on cars and going long. So I'm presuming that's why it's convinced a lot of the guys to do that. And it actually, if you look at the previous races, it actually has turned into the optimum strategy if you can get it right. If a safety car happens, it can really shake things up. But we'll see here. What's happened at the back? I think that's Thunder Killer.
I was just going to it. Yogg's up 3 positions. Look at that.
Yeah, so I'm sure
And Quiet Cake up 3 positions. Deadly full of 4 positions. Asafala Madi, I think that's how you say it. I don't know, is up 5 positions. So we have a lot of drivers making moves right now.
yeah, it's really good to see like the competitors. Also, SJ looking like he's found some bit of race pace here. He's got all of the McLarens here. See if he can get past. Both on mediums, so there's no tyre deficit there. So he's moving up the top.
Oh yeah.
There's Thunder Killer first to get a free second. And I think he has damage on that McLaren. I think possibly maybe why that he dropped down a few positions there. Can't see any in play this thing, but
Oh, Naps with a horrible start, but I think did he just go on the softs? Oh no, yeah, he did go on the softs. So I don't know how long he expects those to last, but I'm really interested. I'm really interested to see how that strategy goes. McLaren not looking too hot right now. Um, so
yeah, tough start for
let's
McLaren, definitely. The soft's an interesting strat. He might have actually misclicked that maybe, but they will not last long, as we know. A few notes in the chat. Keeper, yeah. Nishka obviously reserving him tonight, so we'll see how he can go. He's doing quite well in P11 and Deadly in P4. Looking down, look at SJ, he's up into P13. He's managed to get past the kick there. Who else is battling? Looks like there's maybe a bit of a battle at the top. Ranieri's starting to close in on Quiet Cake. These guys don't want to battle too much though. The last thing they can do have is ADOS to stay with them on the hards. That is not
for sure.
That is not, I'm sure, part of the strategy.
Yeah.
Because if ADOS can
As we
manage
saw
to
in
do
Div
that,
4.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
you're right.
As we saw in Div 4, you know, we had the top 3 pretty much battling it out the whole race. They were pretty much having their own race. They were really far ahead of the rest of the pack. It wasn't really till the end that the rest of the pack caught up because they were just battling so hard. But I think that's what the top 3 really need to do right now is just, you know, get some laps in, get your rhythm down, separate yourself, and then fight later. Oh, as ADOS goes really wide, and I think those hard tires are really struggling to warm up, even though it's a hot track, and he went wide twice.
Yeah.
I think he might get a pen here for track limits pretty soon.
I must
'Cause that's
say,
2 of them I just saw.
yeah, I must say Ranieri actually went a bit wide there too. I don't know if that was a warning. What's happened there with the Merc? Quiet Cake going he's just trying to break the slipstream. And Ranieri goes for a move around the outside. Can he get it done? This is for P1. He needs to hold his line here. Can't see what's happened. He's actually pulled out of the move.
You know why he went? You know why he drove all the way close to the pit wall?
The bumps, maybe? I don't know.
I have no idea. I have seen that in like the what do you call it? The F1 Esport.
Yeah. As SJ actually gets a free second as well, so that is not what he would have wanted. Daz
No,
here
he's
looking
not
quite
happy.
dangerous on the back of Acid actually quite wide there, as I said that, unfortunately.
Is Daz missing an end plate? No, he's not.
Yeah, these tyres with the dirty air is just crazy too. I noticed that in my race. It's just super hard to stay within.
What tire did you prefer when you were racing? Did you prefer
Definitely
the hards or
hard,
the mediums?
Definitely the hard. Just the mediums, just so wishy-washy. They're good for a minute and then they don't. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how this strategy goes. No safety cars yet. We've had a few guys pit, maybe with some damage, but I didn't see any sort of things fly off in that one. I did see a pit bull go flying. But
And just like I said, the top 3 really separating from the rest of the pack right now. 2 seconds back from 4th place. So I think they're starting to work together and started his DRS train, and they're going to fight this out to the end. And here goes Ranieri about to make a move into turn 1.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
well as China trying to get it done on Deadly Fuller and see if he can now charge to catch up to the top 3. But as we've seen in the previous races, it's incredibly hard to really to get back into DRS here if you don't have DRS in front of you, like all those top 3 do. They're obviously DRS swapping and stuff, so it's going to be incredibly hard for them even to reel in 3.3 seconds unless there's a massive pace deficit. But
For sure. And DRS is actually more powerful here because I think a lot of them are running a little bit more downforce. And as you know, the more downforce you run, the more effective the DRS is because I don't know how to explain it. I'm not an engineer at all. But you know, I think I don't even know how to explain it. Let's just forget I said that. But the DRS is more effective when you have more downforce. Dino, if you want to take it over from here, if you know what I'm trying to say, maybe not. But
Yeah, no, you sort of, it's pretty much what you said. Also, I noticed with I mean, it's a catch-22 with this setup at this track in particular. I mean, some places say you should run max wings, some say you should run really low wings. But I noticed last night, unfortunately, when I ran very high wings, it helped massively when your tyres get very, very bad. So when they're up in the 70% range, that's when you start to really thank yourself for putting high downforce on. But it's really hard to watch people just take off when you have DRS and burning battery and they're still pulling away on the straight. So it's very tricky to find that sweet spot, in my opinion. But yeah, you were right. When you have high downforce, it's obviously a bigger relief when you open the DRS, so it definitely propels you forward. And these penalties are starting to really roll in now. Daz has a 3-second. Kiwi also has a 3-second. Thunderkiller has 6. SJ has 3. Naps has 3. And Fanes has 3. So lap 6, maybe the tyres already on the mediums, as well as the hards starting to cause some dramas, but it's definitely no stranger, this track to penalties. We've seen it with common occurrence over the last few races.
For sure, and the top 3 are already separated by 2 seconds from China, so it's going to be very interesting to watch, towards the end, because they're being cordial now, but the last 5 laps, as Quiet Cake goes a little wide, they're playing really cordial right now, but once those laps start to tick down, the last 5 laps, the gloves come off, as we saw in Div 4. So, Quiet Cake really going into the pit wall as the governor gets another 3-second penalty. I know he's not happy about that. I'm really curious as to why he's going so close to the pit wall. I hope he gets into the top 3 so we can interview him afterwards and I can ask him that.
Siog's actually going to go for a move on SJ, so he's up into P15 now, so he's on a charge, no penalties. See what he can do.
The 7-time world champion, as he calls himself.
Yes, he's still got a fair bit of ground to make up, but we'll wait and see what happens as Minmay, also in this battle pack, one to watch as well, has had some serious race pace in the evaluation period, etc. But these you can see these little DRS trains forming all over the track. There's obviously about, I think there's 3 of them now, 4. The top 3, and then obviously the other 3 little packs. So this is where
you have the top 3 in the mid pack right there.
Yeah, this is where people will start to think, and the engineers and the TPs start to think about when to get their guys ready to pit, or the hard guys still have a long way to go. But the medium runners, it's a bit of a race the next time. If you can get that undercut right, you can gain a serious amount of time here.
If you're going for the 2-stop, what lap would you pit?
I'd be surprised if you're seeing a 2-stop. I think Naps will have to be a 2-stop with the softs. I think most of these guys will be aiming to go to the end on the hards after the mediums, and then the guys that are on the hards should be aiming to probably go right.
Oh, a battle for turn 1 right now in the top 3. Ranieri trying to go on the outside. Quiet Cake shuts the door on him.
Yes, this battle has been intensifying over the last few laps. Ranieri still hasn't managed to get past, but these top 2, still haven't broken away from ADOS on the hard tyre, and that's a bit of a problem when he gets on the faster tyre at the end. That just shows you that ADOS is just loving this little DRS thing. He's not even trying to get past at the moment. He's just watching them fight in front, and he'll just wait till it's his turn on the faster tyre at the end. It'll be interesting to see which tyre these guys go from off the hards. I mean, Scotch Josh last night in Div 2 went to the softs at the end, and that really paid dividends, and he did very well with that. But
I don't know how quickly the softs degrade on this track. I know in quali, my tires are like at 8% after my lap, so I mean, obviously you're not pushing quali pace during the race, but I don't know if the softs would be the play here. But I mean, if somebody's doing it in a higher division than me, then what am I to tell them? And I think somebody just answered my question in the chat. Less bumps close to the pit wall and trying to break the toe with slipstream. So I'll confirm that. If 10-second penalty.
That's actually quite early in my opinion. That's where I'll probably see most of the got a big. Oh, he actually went double medium, didn't
He did go on the mediums. So he's definitely going for the two stop.
he? Yeah.
I don't, the two stops in real Formula One could actually work. I mean, it actually works really good on some tracks, but in the game, I really never see it work that well. I always feel like the one stop is always a better way to go.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dito?
Well, in obviously in real life, there are a lot longer races. So yeah, you'd be pushing ever to do a one stop. I mean, most real life races is pretty hard to do a one stop now, but our races are 50%. So that usually the optimum is a one stop, but some tracks, obviously, like Monaco last week. I mean, the game hasn't forced it yet, but in real life, that's a compulsory two stop. And most people did a two stop at Monaco. So some tracks, like you said, it is faster. Oh, Ados has a huge snap out of the final corner. Did well to catch that.
He's on the hards too.
Yeah.
Is he overworking his hards right now? He just had another snap of oversteer coming out of the last corner as well. Oh wait, that's the same one you're talking about because I'm looking at the stream now.
Yeah. Maybe a bit of dirty air. I don't know. Just trying to get the power on early. But yeah, he's doing very well to stay in that sort of battle at the top. Bear in mind, China. I mean, that gap hasn't gone any closer, but it also hasn't got any further away. So he's doing a very good job as well, maintaining that 2-second gap. And I wouldn't count any of these guys out of it yet, because obviously the pit stops haven't really commenced yet, and there's plenty of laps to go in this race. As Fat Eagle's now up into P8, and this is what he does in the races. He just chips away, and then all of a sudden he's in contention for a podium. Just watch out for the Aston Martin driver. He's running a nice bright yellow helmet tonight with some green to suit the Aston. Who else should we jump on board that we can talk about?
My thing's stuck on Daz and Dutch Verstappen again. You gotta love EA, man. They really know how to make a great game. There it goes. I got it to work now.
Well,
EA, I hope you're watching.
Flying Keely is starting to reel in Nishka. He does have a penalty though, so he might just choose to. Oh, someone went right behind. I think that was Yog. Yog pushing hard to get into that DRS, and I think lap 10 and lap 11, you probably see some of these guys jump off the mediums. I'm not sure where Yog's going there.
I don't know where he was going with that either.
Thunderbolts joins the penalties. He's got a free second, so that could shake things up because he was obviously in the pointy end of the field. So just see how
that's actually really getting the top 3 right now. He was 2.3, now he's 1.9. He was just 1.8, so you're absolutely right. You can't really count out anybody from this top 6, really.
Yeah, I think this is where everyone usually needs to just try and lock in when your tyres are really starting to drop off. This is where the penalties start to become very easy to get. Obviously, if you've got a warning or two, it's very easy to get another couple in this stint. But we haven't seen anyone pit on that.
We have a request from Tudor to go on Yog. He used one of his tokens or whatever those things are called. So I think we could go on Yog POV for a lap.
Yep, we sure can. As he is currently, I'm just on the gut to the leader, but he is currently trying to reel in Kiwi. But he's not in that DRS, so I'd say those mediums are dropping off. You can actually
Quiet Cake, don't get to the pits.
There you go.
The first one to blink.
There you go.
Is this too early to go off the mediums to the hards?
It's not too early. That's exactly what I did last night. I mean, the tyres will be about 80% at the end, so it definitely starts to look like puncture territory. But it's all about what setup you have and how you maintain your tyres, how fast you push everything. So it'll be interesting. It's definitely no easy way to do this track, in my opinion. You just gotta dig deep. The punctures, though, I'm wondering if that happens tonight. I mean, we saw someone say to put a poll in about how many punctures we were going to get, but didn't see any last night in Div 2, I don't think. A few people were definitely close. If you actually look close enough on the tyres, When they're going through the corners, you can see the visible wear on the tyres, especially on the medium guys. But this game definitely displays the wear quite graphically. You can see it.
I wish you could see how many track limit warnings that they have, because I feel like I've seen ADOS go off the track 5 times already. Maybe not.
Deadly fully gets a penalty. Also does. I'm not sure if he just got one, but he has one as well now. So the penalties, like I said, really starting to intensify now as we start to creep into the pit stop window for the medium runners. As Yog, sorry, I will start his on board. I'm not sure if I did a full lap with him.
No, we didn't. We got caught up rambling. Well, I got caught up rambling.
We'll jump on board with Yog as he chases down the kick. Nice little battle of that in front. Yog just sits back and watches Nishka doing well to defend the Kiwi there. Yog will be hoping for some sort of mistake there to just eat that up, but he will be probably looking to pit very soon. It's unfortunate this is the boat because the guys behind have just pitted, so he won't get any sort of undercut now. But he might be just
If you're Yog, would you just hang it out for a safety car?
Yeah, I mean, he might be waiting a while though. Like, the safety car chance is pretty slim around him. Not really a lot of stuff he can get on the finally. It's a very nice open track, but we never know. Who knows what's going to happen in this race? We just haven't seen much of safety cars, but that's why I think we're seeing so many guys choose this hard tyre strategy and choosing just to risk it and go wrong. A nice little view here, so you can usually go flat, but not really at this point of the stint in the medium. You can see the wear on his tyres there, especially the right front. His tyres are not really happy. He hits this lap. Still got a lot of battery, just trying to maintain it, and then he goes into the pit. I'm not sure if that was a pit lane cross down, I'm not sure. But wait to see what happens. SJ now on the back of Vanes, very close. He's on that fresh tyres.
Like Kiwi and Nishka going at it right now.
Yeah, so Kiwi battling it out with Nishka. They're both on the same strategy, so they are racing for position.
Oh, fastest lap. I thought that was a penalty. Never mind. Sorry to scare anybody on the chat who's rooting for Mercedes right now.
Oh yeah. Did he have a 3 second? He must just have a 3 second.
Does he have a 3 second?
Yeah, he just has a 3 second. But there's your penalties.
Okay.
There are definitely a few creeping in now. A few guys onto the 6s as well. 13 seconds for Asta. This track bites hard, as we said, with track limits. It is definitely an interesting one. Fat Eagle now on those fresh mediums. We'll see what he can do. He has a fair way to take them to the end.
Yeah, definitely.
He might have to pit again. We'll have to wait and see. But he will be quite quick in these opening stages as he tries to get back.
Did he come out in traffic?
Not so much traffic, but Thunderballs is on a slower tyre than him. But they are fresh, so we'll see what he can do. It won't take long for those hard tyres to get up to tempo. So it changes up the top. That might just be... China's actually...
Jazz making a move for second place.
Yeah. They're still at that 2.2 off ADOS, so they haven't lost too much time, but the more they fight, might allow them to. So we wait and see when these guys choose to pit. I don't think we'll see them pit probably to about lap 20 maybe. Lap 19, 18 would be for the mediums maybe, but some of these
Wow, they're
guys...
going to take the mediums 20 laps?
No, when they pit on lap 20, they'd only have to take them 9 laps.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, God, trying to take them 20 laps around here. That would be a mission.
Oh, my gosh. He'd be sliding all over the place.
Oh, yeah. But I reckon, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some people try to soft. Especially if they saved a set in quali. So we might have a pass here for Fat Eagle. He's really trying to get the move done. He's got so much speed at the moment. He will get it done here. I think he's burning a bit of battery. Ari looks to be running, obviously, lower wing there. Just seem to get away on the straight. Aston Martin.
Yeah, I feel like if you run lower wing, though, 66% of the track really is high-speed turns. So I think it kind of, you know, yeah, you have a lot of speed during the main straight, but during the turns, you're kind of vulnerable, as you see right here with Fat Eagle really on the back of Thunderbolts right now. Oh my goodness, he almost flew off the track.
Yeah, well, we can see this battle while we ride on board with him. That's requested in the chat, so we actually he still hasn't managed to get past. He might be able to get him straight, I'd say, with the DRS, but
he really needs to get past this. He needs to take those tires. You know, he definitely doesn't want to put any more degradation on him than he needs to. Oh my goodness, that's the Ferrari, he almost slipped out.
Midmay's also getting attacked by his Thunder Killer went for a move, and we just saw his wing at the side there. Obviously, this graphic, I might actually just jump onto this one just to see this battle here. As we got cars everywhere here, we'll see if the RB can get around both. He's actually going to lose out, and that's really gone into the favour of Thunder Killer there, but he gets a free second for his troubles. Oh, Midmay! What a move! Can he make it stick? Oh, that was almost a TikTok there. Very, very good move for Midmay. Just unfortunately didn't get the run out of the corner. We'll continue the rest of it on board anyway, but this is a great little battle, so we'll continue to ride on board with this. It's Thunderballs now. Just wants to save those tyres on the Ferrari. He's probably not where he wanted to be, but still a long way to go, and there's a fair few people in the front that haven't pitted yet. So let's see what happens. Mishka now pitting off the hards onto probably mediums or softs. Not sure which tyre these guys are going to try. As we see Flying Kiwi actually tried the softs. That'll be a nice stint to the end. Nice.
What is Daz's true position right now? Because he's in first. I think he... Oh yeah, so he started on the hard, so he still has to pit.
Oh, Thunderballs goes up the inside of the McLaren, and they touch a little bit there, but should be okay. McLaren just tucks in behind, but the move there from Thunderballs. He's trying to make up that position. We've got two medium runners in front, so 3.5 second gap. Going to be a bit of a tough one, but Thunderkiller's actually going to go back. He sends it up the inside and gets the move done. Now Thunderballs is actually going to lose 2 spots, and Deadly Fuller's left the session, mate. Do you have him added?
I do not. Let me see. Actually, let me try. I can add him real quick though. I can add him. Let me see.
I don't think you can add people while you're in the game. I've sent him one. Hopefully he gets it. Bear in mind, sorry guys about the communicating we'll get for a couple of seconds here. This game is lovely.
Gotta love it.
Which gap, mate? Gap to leader. Yeah, sorry, there we go. There you go. So we got a few more pit stops. I love it. SF now getting off those mediums. Probably going to have to go back onto another set or hards. Doing his second pen maybe. But yeah, interesting strategies unfolding here. A few guys going on the softs, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get him to the end, but I could be wrong. I don't know how long the softs actually have. Like Squash Josh was saying last night that they were fine for I think 10 laps or something, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think it also really depends on your driving style, because you know if you're a really aggressive driver, they can really degrade really fast. But if you're really what do you call it? If you're nice to your tires, they can last quite a bit. So we're getting some feed in the chat that Yog just took out Dutchy.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
He's actually the only one in this pack at the moment with no pens, so if he can continue on that road, he'll make up a few spots here, but obviously pending what the stewards have to say. Got the pit stops up the top. Oh no, what?
What? How did that happen?
I think he spun into the pit lane.
What in the world?
Oh, I think he spun into the pit lane and the game DSQ'd him. I don't know.
It looks like it just sent him back out. Oh no.
He got disqualified for session for blocking the pit lane. So the only thing I can think of is, you know how sometimes you just like spin in the game, like redirection.
Yeah. I don't know what happens when that happens in the league. I guess the stewards. I don't know what happens. I guess I don't know. Are you SOL or what happens now?
I don't know, like, yeah.
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that. The only time I've ever seen that is when I've spun into the pit lane. Like I've spun into the game like ghosts you back, and if there was a car behind him, it might have disqualified him from the session. Have to wait and see, but yeah, he will definitely have to get 1 point for that. But that is just unfortunate. Anyway, Ados looks like he's probably going to get Ranieri here on this straight. He's got the DRS and ERS, and these guys going very to the inside too. Not as far as the Merc was, but we'll see what Ados can do. Does he go for the move? It looks like Ranieri has the overspeed on the straight though. Oh god, what a move around the outside.
Look at that. Make it stick. Has Quiet Cake pitted?
Did you see how late he got on the brakes there? That was very impressive from Ados.
Very.
And
it's
Fat
crazy.
Eagle also watch out for. He's now P5, net P4 because of Deadly's penalties, so he's on a charge here.
I forget, did Quiet Cake start on the hards or did he start on the mediums?
God, that's a good question. I think he's pitted on the mediums and then went back to the mediums again, did a double medium stint. I think he was the driver who mentioned that was doing that.
So he still has to pit again.
Yeah.
Which is very unfortunate because there's 9 laps left and he's going to have to pit again, and Ados is only 4 seconds behind him.
Yeah, so that'll obviously be unfortunate, but he will be on very fast tyres at the end. And with these penalties, if he can avoid getting too many more, he might be able to obviously make up with that. But China looks very close at the back of Fat Eagle here. And he's on fresh medium, so he's going to be absolutely rapid. 7 laps to 1 should be a big enough tyre deficit for China to get this done quite quickly. We have DRS on this straight. Oh, Fat Eagle decides to pit. There we go. So it was... Oh, Yog!
What just happened?
Spun on the last corner and was absolutely millimetres near the wall there. But yeah, that was almost curtains for Yog. And that was the same spot we saw him have that big snap earlier. But he obviously saved that one. He didn't manage to save that one, and that would have really hurt his tyres too. 7 laps. He's probably aiming to get them to the end, and that won't help his chances. But yeah, big save nevertheless. He didn't hit the wall, so
the stewards are saying noted in the chat. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know who they're noting right now. But somebody was just noted.
Noted up possibly for, I don't know, maybe the pit lane. There's Nishka now on the back of Yog on those fresh mediums. Probably one of the closest battles. Vanes gets a free second.
Oh, here comes Quiet Cake in the pits now.
Yeah, so we'll see what tyres. He probably has to go on to, well, he could go on the softs. He could definitely get.
He has to go on the softs.
He has to make this strategy worth it. That's what he's done. So he's going to be quick, and that's actually really helped. Like, he's not even losing that much track position to be on the softs. I mean, he's not really probably going to be in contention for P1 or 2, I don't think. But he should be able to be quick enough to get some big points here, pending on his penalties. But yeah, wait and see.
I just don't know if there's enough laps to come back at the leaders, though.
Yeah, I don't know, like, if there's enough laps before the softs drop off, you know what I mean? Like, they won't last long before they do lose their edge. As we get yellows, what's happened there? That's old footy bender.
Is that a Red Bull?
doesn't DSQ him. Oh no. What? Okay, well that was definitely interesting.
Oh my god, he just hit the wall.
I wonder if he knew he was on
I don't know.
stream.
I don't know if that's on purpose or that's AI. But that looked kind of weird.
Yeah, that's not good. Uh, what were we requested with penalties? Were requested in the chat?
Yes, penalties.
Luckily it was on stream, so the onboard will know it, and that's all we need to do. Yeah, so unfortunately, that's going to really stuff up a lot of these guys' strategies. In saying that, the penalties too is massive. That's going to kill anyone with penalties, really. They're going to drop a long way down now.
Adolf just pit. Ranieri just pit. China's in the lead now.
Yeah, so this is going to really shake things up. And I'm wondering if we see pretty much everyone pit again. I think we will. They'll probably go on to another set of softs or something you pretty much have to. Because if you don't have the tyres in these, this is going to be a little mini sprint now to the line. Woofer gets a 10-second.
Oh,
and that's really unfortunate. And somehow China, I mean, he has opted not to pit, so he's managed to do that. But he is now in P1. So that's pretty huge. So he's got some work to do, obviously, because the guys behind him are bringing tyres. Yog's decided to stay out, but he's got a lot of work to do as well to try and hold up these guys behind. They're going to be absolutely rapid.
And I think Yog is going to defend like a lion right now. So he might run some cars off the road. So be able to look out for that.
Very true, mate. As everyone will be just catching the safety car now. Won't be in this lap, maybe next lap. China will obviously lead us away when we're ready. But what's your thoughts on the race so far, mate? I mean, it's been a bit interesting.
This is the first safety car.
The first safety car.
There's been a lot of first safety car. A lot of track penalties, track limits. You know, it's really been the top five of Adolph's, Quiet King, Ranieri, and China that have been in contention for this lead. But now with the safety car, brings everybody back together. So we're gonna see some very interesting. Like I said at the very beginning, everybody gets real cordial until the last 5 laps. That's when the gloves come off. So I think we're gonna see some very aggressive dive bombs and very aggressive defending right now.
Yeah, well, we hope not. I mean, it's very it's very interesting, obviously, to get this far to try and throw it all away in the last sort of laps. But you're exactly right. Safety cars always breed chaos, or safety cars. So hopefully everyone just has enough attention left for this race. There's not many laps left, but hopefully everyone's ready for this because it's going to be intense. I don't even know who to ride on board with here because I think it's going to be battles everywhere. Everyone's going to be trying to make moves, and what's going on there? That's under safety car. There's a couple of moves here. The game is just bugging out. It's definitely, I think one of those glitches where it told him to pass or something, but we'll have to wait and see. But the safety car will probably do one more, or maybe not, might get in this lap if the Merc and Alpine can catch up. I would say it will come in this lap. Important.
I think it's definitely going to be coming in this lap.
So what's your opinion on obviously China and Wald having to try and defend this? You know, that's going to be a massive.
It's gonna be really tough. If I were them, I probably would have just pinned because there's gonna be 2 or 3 cars trying to battle, and you can't defend 2 to 3 cars at the same time. So it could get ugly, or they could just get past really easily. Either way, it's probably not gonna look good for them. So really interested to see how this plays out. And China really has to put the pedal down on this one and get some separation. As he's going already with the safety car. Oh, I guess he just stopped again. I don't even know if that's allowed, but I don't even know if he was going. Oh, as the Red Bull runs into the back of the Williams. as Asafalbadi. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but here goes China. And Adolf's just right on the back of him, wasted no time. And Quiet Cake. Here we go.
This is it. Oh, we're going to see free wide into turn one. No, Ados goes for that late break move around the outside again. Gets it done into turn one. Everyone else facing the right direction after the safety car walk under all sorts of pressure here from behind. These guys are so much quicker, and this is where it can really come unstuck. So
yeah, and you really don't want to get stuck behind Yog for too long because you want to fight for the win. And Nishka with a track limits penalty right there as Deadly Phillip passes Yog. You definitely don't want to be behind him for too long because you want to battle for the lead. And he can definitely be the cork in the bottle and hold you up. So you're going to see a lot of aggressive moves happen on Yog right now.
Yes, we need to pick driver of the day, mate.
This one's probably going to be a little tough. Should I go first or you go first?
You go first.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Ados on this one.
Ados.
And the drivers that I pick for driver of the day usually don't win the race, so I really hope I don't jinx them right now. But I think Ados has drove a great race. Starting, I think he started pole position, and just under all the pressure, just holding it down. So hopefully he can keep it that way.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go with Yolk. He's up 14 spots. I mean,
he still has to. Does he? Oh yeah. I guess you could go for Yog.
I mean, he has no penalties. He's up 14 spots. He's done quite well in my opinion. But yeah, that's the two guys. So if someone in the chat can put that into the poll, but yeah. They are the two votes, and we can get that sorted. But we're moving now looking like we're moving something back to China. Those mediums definitely helping them quite horribly. It's China just trying to hang on to this podium. This is where we're going to see everyone start to push to try and get rid of their penalties, obviously the gaps and stuff. But some of them are actually quite high. I think we saw it like 13 seconds for someone. Minmay's going to make up some
one thing
ground
good about
here.
Ados is that he doesn't have a penalty. So he all he needs to do is just focus on getting to the finish line.
Absolutely. Minmay's looking like he could make up some good spots here too. He's got no penalties, and everyone behind him has penalties, so he doesn't have to worry about anyone from behind. There's just in front, Mishka's getting passed by Asima. Another penalty for Kiwi. We go up the top. Ranieri and China battling into turn one. China does not defend that. He knows his tyres dying. Deadly Fuller now on the softs will probably go for the move as well. Asif very close to goal.
We're getting a request to look at the penalties. If you could pull that up, please. Ados and Quiet Cake really separated themselves from Ranieri, so you might see a 2-horse battle for the lead, but what really stakes is that 3-second penalty for Quiet Cake. So even if he passes, he's going to have to pull away 3 seconds in 2 laps. I just don't think it's possible. I think if Ados can just not get a penalty, even if he lets him pass, just stay within that 3 seconds and just get this win. Don't need to do anything too crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Just showed the penalties there, and there's quite a few. But yeah, if you can manage to stay out of the penalties, obviously that's the number one. And I think Yog, Minmay could make up some good ground here. Is anyone able to put up a poll? Two-door, mate, if you're in the chat. The driver of the day was, the 2 votes was Yog and Ados.
Can I do that? I don't know how to do that.
For some reason it won't let me do it from my phone, and I'm obviously using the computer to stream, so... But yeah, that's all we need to do. But other than that, we've got 2 more laps of racing, and this battle has not calmed down. Pretty much everyone still scrounging for positions here. There's still plenty of ground to make up. Obviously, if you don't have a penalty, you'd be pushing quite hard here because you can really make up some time. In May, especially. This little battle pack's getting quite intensifying. Fat Eagle still hanging in there in P11. But look at all these pens from P9 down. These guys don't really need it. They're in their own little battle with the pens. Go up the top again. Can Quiet Cake do anything up the top? I don't think he can. And H-Town has left the session, so that's not good.
I left?
Yeah.
Did it just kick me?
I think it did.
Oh my gosh. I guess I'll just commentate from the stream, I guess. Well,
Yeah, there's only 2 laps left anyway, so that's all good. We'll do the interviews anyway after, but who should we ride on board with for this final lap?
There's so many close battles out there. It's gonna be really hard to choose. Oh, we got the poll up now for driver of the day. Y'all in the lead right now with 4-3. Oh man, if y'all gets driver of the day, the chats are gonna light up. But I guess we could ride along with the leader. 'Cause I think on the chat, Quiet K could get that penalty removed. So, he could be battling for the race win right now.
Well, if he knows he can get the penalty removed, he'll definitely be pushing. Just wonder if those 7 lap softs are starting to hurt compared to Adolf's mediums. I think they would be, but he might have a bit of pace left. Pens again. So Quiet Cake only has a 3 seconds, so he might be able to get it removed. Either way, it looks like... Oh no, Ranieri's probably going to just get that P2, but he should keep the podium either way. So
yeah,
it's not the end of the world just yet. Obviously, just wants to bring the car home and secure that spot, but there's still plenty of spots for the other guys to make up. Mime and Yoga pushing quite hard here. I think they can actually get... They're actually not going to get too many spots. Deadly Full is 6 seconds up of Asif. So that'll be interesting to see here, but Ados crosses the line in P1. What a drive. Quiet Cake drops down to P3. Ranieri P2. China P4. Deadly Fuller, does he stay P5? Asif will drop down. Where does Yog land? He goes P6 after a massive drive. Minmay P7. Thunderbolts P8. And here's everyone going to do musical chairs now with these penalties. God, I don't even see what happened there. There were so many names that just moved. But wait till we get the final results. What a race.
What a race. It was actually it was actually a really clean race from Div 5. Not too many issues out there and not too many crazy moves and crazy maneuvers. So really proud of Div 5. What a very interesting race and very clean.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And there's your final results. Ados P1, Ranieri P2, Quiet Cake P3, China P4, Deli Fuller P5, Wogjet, Yog P6, Minmay P7, Thunderballs P8, Asif P9, Fat Eagle P10, Dutch P11, Nishka P12, Veins P13, SJ P14, Kiwi P15, Thunder Killer P16, Woofer P17, Naps P18, and Footy Bender and Daz unfortunately DNFing, which both of those I would say are probably going to be looked at. They were both under very weird conditions, I guess you could say, but you can see the penalties there on the side when it changes, but a lot of penalties really determined the race in my opinion with penalties. But yeah, there you go. We'll jump over to interviews pretty quickly. So if we
and Ados wins driver of the day.
Wow.
I know Yoga's not going to be happy about that.
Well, yeah, the poll went up. Both deserved it. Great drive from both. In my opinion, Yog had a great drive, 14 spots up. Actually, I think he maybe got more than that after the race. But yeah, it's never easy to go from last to 14 spots up on Qatar. So, but if you could tag those top 3, mate, and we'll jump over to the interviews pretty quickly. And have a chat to these guys, get their thoughts. I'm sure they've got a lot to say. This is quite an interesting race. The top 3 though were very solid. They seem to be battling themselves pretty much all throughout the race.
For sure. What were your thoughts on the race? In comparison to Div 2, besides it being a little slower, was it a clean race for you? Was it interesting? Give me your thoughts on it.
Definitely. Or for last week's Div 5 that I commentated, it was massive improvement, but that's just because it was Monaco. But yeah, I think it was a good race. I mean, we all said that the penalties were going to be high, so we knew that was coming. Don't think many people expected a safety car, um, so that definitely threw a bit of a spanner in the works. And a few guys had to think on their feet. Like the strategies really got chopped up from that. So yeah, it was a bit of a shake up from the other two races of three races we've watched. Definitely different from last night in my opinion, but yeah, I think it was a good race. I think a lot of the guys would be happy with that just to get that one out of the way. Qatar's probably not one of a favourite for a lot of people, but yeah.
Trying to add these guys here. Let me see. Ados, Ranieri, and Quiet Cake, I believe. We're gonna be on interviews with them.
Yeah.
They just came out. Oh, I div too. Oh no, the poll already just came out for that. I'm sorry, I don't even know how to. I'm trying to add them, but I think their names are different on the Discord than they are on EA.
Yeah, you don't need to. Um, Sorry, I'm just tagged him. Just getting him in the lobby.
Sorry guys, I don't know all the systems yet. I'll get
Okay.
it down though.
God, my phone's all. Yeah. Sweet. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get the top three
Well, we
in.
got one. We got Ranieri.
Awesome. Well, jump on board with Ranieri.
Yeah, Ranieri, talk me through your race. What was your strategy? Uh, after that late safety car, what was going through your head, and just give me the lowdown on your view of the race.
Uh, don't bin it. Don't get penalties. Don't be too much slower than Ados and Keiki. That was my strategy, to be honest.
Well, you made some pretty impressive passes there, and keeping up with him. Uh, I'm sure the heart rate was really flowing. But you,
Yeah.
you drove a great race. Um, what was your tire strategy coming into this? Did it go as planned, or did you have to think on the fly?
Um, well, I was doing a one stopper, so I was sort of managing on the hards. And then the safety car came out. Ados went in. I think Keiki went in. And it was game on. It was just six quali laps pretty much. I think I had China in front of me. And Yog binned it under safety car. He just tried to warm up his tires and decided to spin around like a Beyblade. So that was a nice position. And then yeah, the boys took China, and I had to fight China, which I don't like doing, but I did. And yeah, happy with the result.
For sure, man. Well, you drove a great race. Um, Very, very awesome, man. And congratulations on that podium. I'll pass you on to Didos if Didos has any questions for you.
Yeah, mate, you pretty much covered everything. But I'll just say, like, obviously, you were confident coming into this one, mate. Did a lot of practice. Did the race go the way you were hoping? I mean, obviously, a podium's always good, but was there? Did you feel like there was you put everything on the table tonight?
Um, yeah, yeah. Do a lot of practice. I got my quali down like 2 seconds from when I first jumped on Qatar to now, so
Oh wow,
I was happy. That was my best quali lap. What I
wow.
pulled out tonight, so it
It,
still wasn't fast enough to pip Ados, which is just annoying, but he's quick. And it's good to have Keiki there as well. I love Keiki as a person, mate. So it was good to see him and Ados battle up top. And it's a shame for his 3 second, but that's what happens when you're too aggressive, Keiki. So I'll take the P2.
yeah, mate. Well,
Trash talking on the live. I love it.
Gotta have a bit of banter, mate.
yeah, that was a really good race to watch, mate. And yeah, you looked really dialed in. So hats off, and I'm sure Flubber will be stoked with that massive point for Ferrari. So yeah, good job, mate.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks for the comms tonight as well.
No worries, man. We'll jump over to Vettel because I think he's in to represent Quiet Cake. Vettel, mate, obviously, Quiet Cake reserving in tonight and did an absolute great job. That penalty in the end
He did, yeah.
just hurt him, obviously losing out to the P2. But what's your thoughts, mate, on obviously his first drive for you in the Merc? Yeah, just tell us a little
Oh,
bit. Yeah.
it's amazing, you know. He's a great bloke. He's very popular in the league race community. Um, He was going for the one stop. He started on mediums, but then the game put him back onto mediums, so that really messed us over. Luckily, we caught back. Went onto the softs, caught back really well. But yeah, we probably had the win on their hands, and Dutch got really screwed over. A few drivers smashed his wing up. Wasn't fun, but Mercedes looking strong for the coming weeks in Division 5 specifically. And yeah, Quite Cake did a really good race. Proud of him.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. He definitely did. Shame we couldn't get him in for a chat, but yeah, I'm sure you'll be passing on your many thanks to him. He got some good points for Merc tonight, so yeah, hats off to him.
Yeah.
I will hand you over to H-Town.
Hey, Vettel.
Yeah,
What a result. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. That was a great race for Quiet Cake. I didn't know he was a reserve. Um, he was a reserve for you today, was he?
For now.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually gonna pull a Ted
yeah.
Kravitz moment and just
Yeah.
ask you a hard question right here. I know you have some drivers that are moving and kind of just dealing with some issues over there at Mercedes. Is there a chance that Quiet Cake could get a permanent spot at Mercedes?
There is 110% chance. Let's just say he's already in the server, and he's happy. He's only there because Dutch is his teammate. Them two are really good friends, and it's great to have him on the team. He's reserved for now, but very soon I'll be able to call him a full-time driver. So yeah, there is a lot of moving at Mercedes, but we're only upgrading ourselves. We're only getting better.
For sure. And as a team principal, I've never been one, but I know it's probably challenging. But I've seen you handle it, and I wish you the best of luck. And hopefully y'all don't beat Kick this year. I wish you the best of luck up until you beating Kick. Other than that, you won't beat them.
All right, we'll take P2 then.
Perfect, man. Thank you for stepping in for Quiet Cake, and tell him he drove a great race.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, boys.
Alright, well, we'll jump over to the race winner, ADOS, mate. No stranger to these interviews by now, mate. Doing really well tonight, got the pole, and obviously the race win. Just runs through a bit, man. I mean, you don't really, there's not much else I can say other than, yeah, good job. But the first stint in the start, did you feel like you had the pace advantage, or when did you sort of realise that it was your race to lose?
Definitely at the start wasn't the most ideal start, dropping down to P3, but I didn't worry too much because they were in the mediums. I'd say probably for the first 5 to 8 laps, I was having to use a lot of battery and push to keep up with the mediums, but after that, the hards definitely took over. But I guess I had a very high wing, so I could not get past Ranieri on the straight, so I just had to wait for the pit stops to mix something up.
Yeah, well, we did notice that on stream. We said that early on. We said, obviously, if you can manage to stay with the medium runners on that hard tyre, you will be in good shape towards the end of the race, and that's what exactly happened. And obviously, the safety car coming out was a bit of a shake-up, but it still went your way in that sort of final stint. But obviously, Quiet Cake getting the penalty would have been probably a bit of a relief. And yeah, I think Ranieri was a little bit off, yeah, a bit far away at the end there. So huge hats off once again, mate, and I'll hand you over to H-Town.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. You drove a great race. I really just want to get your thoughts. I have 2 questions for you, but first I want to talk about this race. I want to get your thoughts on starting on the hards from pole when you know the people around you are going to be on softer tires. Maybe you didn't know. And was that the plan going into this race? Also, when you lose those 2 positions, what's going through your mind? Because we saw it with Doug starting on pole position in Div 4, dropping to P3, and then coming out with the race win. So basically, what was your thought process going on the hards when you know everybody's going to be on mediums around you? And then, to keep your head cool and, when you lose those 2 positions, what's going through your mind and what's being called on the strategy?
Yeah, I think at the start, we definitely decided to go for the one stop. It was depending on my qualifying when I started. I think I said if I started pole or P2, I'd go hards because I'd be able to work at the front and I'd be able to go at my pace, what I wanted. I definitely, if I started further back, I'd go on the medium so I can try and get some overtakes done. But I knew if I could stick with those medium runners, I would be in good. the first two overtakes they got overtaken on the first corner, that wasn't too bad because I knew they were mediums, and I knew as long as I could stick with them, I would be fine. So I wasn't really too stressed because it's only the start of the race and you still got 30 minutes to go, so I wasn't too worried.
Sorry, I was muted for sure. You know, and Qatar is a really hard track to follow, especially the sector 2 and sector 3. But you really played it really well, man. Hats off to you. My next question, if we have some time for it, is what are your thoughts on Singapore? Is that a good track for you? Is that not your favorite track? Just give me your thoughts on that, and what are you gonna do to prepare for it?
Definitely not one of my favourite tracks. It's probably one of my more weaker ones. I won't say it'll be slow, but I don't think I'll be as fast as the past 3 weeks. I would definitely have to do a bit more preparation than this week because I'm not comfortable with the track at all. But I guess if we put in some practice, we'll see where it goes next week.
For sure, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully the kicks beat you, but you know, I don't mind interviewing you as well. So if you have anything else for him, Dino, I think I'm good. Congratulations on that race, Ados, and driver of the day.
Yeah, sorry, we
So
forgot to mention.
hats off to you on that one as well with the extra point.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, that's it for another round, obviously, of Rush. Division 5 done and dusted. We still got Div 6 and 3 to come tomorrow night and Wednesday night. But thanks, everyone, jumping on board tonight. I was your commentator. It's Dito, and joined by H. John. And we will see you all next week when I'm back for Div 5 next week.
And I'll see y'all tomorrow on the track.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.